Jambo Rafiki. In my last video, I showed you how I went from 12,000 to 50,000 in 1 year on a net 46,400 salary as a single mom. It wasn't magic and it wasn't luck. It was a plan. And today, I am going to show you exactly how you can do it too, no matter your income level. Okay, so last time I shared my story and walked you through my actual numbers. If you haven't seen it yet, go back and watch part 1 and link it in the description and in a pinned comment below. That video gives you the full context of how I saved 38,000 in 1 year as a single immigrant mother living in the United States. But in this video, I'm breaking down the steps so you can apply them in your own life. Okay, so step 1, let's get right to it. Know your numbers, ladies. Everything starts here. I would like for you to track your income and every expense. No shame, just truth. When I first sat down and looked at my numbers, I was shocked. I had no idea where my money was really going until I put it on paper. And here's the truth. If you don't face your numbers, you are choosing to stay broke. I said it. If you bring home 2,500 a month or even 4,000 or 10,000 a month, you need to know exactly what's coming in and where it's going. Otherwise, you always feel like money just disappears. This was always me. You can't change what you refuse to look at, okay? Step number 2. I would like for you to break it down, okay? So once you know your numbers, I would love for you to group them into 3 buckets: your needs, your wants, and your future. When I did this, I realized I was paying everyone else except myself. And that's when it hit me. If I don't pay my future self, nobody else will. If your future self isn't on the payroll, you'll always be broke in the future. You know what I mean? So put yourself on the payroll. Before you pay anyone else, you know, the rent guy, the water, pay yourself first. Subtract. Step 3, I would like you to subtract your needs from your income. What's left is your freedom fuel. That's the money you can redirect with purpose to debt, to savings, to investing. And the key is this: don't waste your freedom fuel on things that don't matter. Use it to buy your freedom back, okay? So for me, this meant canceling subscriptions, cooking at home more. I stopped going to amusement parks and would go to the park and picnic at the park. So even when it was hard, I wanted my future more than I wanted short-term comfort, okay? Step number 4, capture free money. This one is so important. If your job offers a 401k match, take it. That's literally free money. So let me break it down as simply as I can and tell you what I mean by that. When I was earning 46,400 net, let's say, I decided to put 5% of my paycheck into my 401k. That's about 193 a month. Now, if my employer matched 100% up to 5%, that means they'll also put in 193. So together, 193 plus 193 is 386 saved every month. That's like me walking up to my boss and saying, here's my 193 of my money, and they respond, well, here's 193 of ours too. If I didn't contribute, I would literally be throwing away their half. So even if your company only matches 50% of what you put in, it's still free money. For example, if you put in 100 and they put in 50, you now have 150. Skipping your 401k match is like saying no to a bonus that's already yours. So whenever you hear people say, get the match, this is what they mean. Don't leave free money sitting on the table, okay? By the way, my name is Owino. I'm your wealth shift guide I'm your financial guide, at the wealth shift, right? So this video is a part of a 3-part series. In part 1, I showed you my real numbers. In this video, I'm walking you through the steps. And in part 3, I'll share the financial literacy and mindset shifts that make this all possible. So make sure you check out the full series, okay? Step 5. So step number 5, I would like you to build a starter emergency fund, okay? Your first step is to build a starter emergency fund, and how much you need depends on your situation, because we're all in different situations. So this is just what I would do. If you're single with no kids, I will start with $500 to $1,000. If you have kids or variable income, aim for $1,000 to $1,500, right? And if you are the sole income provider for your household, build at least $2,000 as fast as you can, guys. When I first saved mine, it was only $1,200, but the peace of mind it gave me was priceless. An emergency fund isn't about numbers, it's about sleeping at night. Later, grow this into 6 to 12 months of expenses. But for now, start with the right baseline for your life, right? Peace of mind comes before big gains. You don't want sudden emergencies sending you back into debt. So if you have something set aside, it can help you. So list every debt with its interest rate. I remember sitting at my kitchen table as a single mom, guys, writing down each debt and crying because it felt like such a mountain at the time. But here's what I learned. Debt feels endless until you face it, and then it becomes a plan. Debt doesn't just cost money, it steals your future, guys. Once you see every balance and every rate, you can choose your payoff strategy. So the avalanche method, pay the highest interest first, or snowball, smallest balance first. Start with high interest consumer debt. Pick whatever method you feel comfortable with, and then start tackling it from there. I started with the snowball because it gave me instant gratification. Once your emergency fund is set, throw everything extra at debt relentlessly, consistently, because every dollar you put towards debt is just a bill paid. It's freedom you're buying back. When I was paying off debt, guys, I stopped my life. I stopped eating out. I bought secondhand furniture and made $20 feel like $200. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. And I also want to share this. During that season, I gave myself about 8 months to get out of all of my consumer debt. And I made a decision. If I wasn't going to be investing just yet, I was going to invest in myself. So while I was paying off debt, I threw myself into reading books and listening to financial podcasts about money every single day. One of those books that really changed my perspective was Smart Women Finish Rich by David Bach. Check it out. That book opened my eyes to what was possible and helped me see myself as a woman who could build wealth. Getting out of debt isn't wasted time. It's training time, okay? So if you're in that season, use it. Kill your debt, but also grow your knowledge. By the time you're debt free, you'll be stronger, wiser, and ready to build, okay? Step number 8. This is my favorite. Build your financial ecosystem. So when your debt is gone, that's when the fun starts, okay? So this is where you move from survival to building. For me, I started by putting away about 15% of my income. I spread it out. I put 5% into my 401k to get the employer match. I put as much as I could into my Roth IRA each year. And I added what I could into my HSA. Over time, as my income grew, I raised that percentage 20%, then 25%, and then up to 30% some years. And here's what I learned. It's not about being perfect on day one, okay? It's about building the muscle memory of paying yourself first, okay? So here's a framework to guide you. For low-income earners under 30K a year, start small. 3 to 5%, even $50 a month into a Roth or ETF, it builds habit, okay? Mid-income earners, 30 to 70, aim for 10 to 15%. Split it between your 401k, at least to get the match, and a Roth IRA if you can. Higher income earners, 70K plus, push towards 20 to 25. Max out your Roth IRA, get the full 401k match, and add to your HSA if you have one. It's not about the percentage you start with. It's about proving to yourself that you can start. Now, here's what I did beyond retirement saving. After I set up those buckets, I still wanted to grow my safety net. So every month, I put an extra 100 into my emergency fund. I already had about 1,200 saved, but that small, steady 100 habit grew into a fully funded 6-month cushion over time. And because everything else was automated, I finally had room to breathe. That's when I created a guilt-free spending account. I will put 10% of my income there and use it for things like going out to dinner, buying clothes or toys for my daughter, intentionally and responsibly. That's the beauty of building your financial ecosystem. Once the foundations are in place, guys, you can live with freedom and joy, not guilt. Wealth isn't just about building the future. It's about living well today. Today, this is your time, okay? Once today is gone, it's gone. So maximize it. So these are the exact steps I followed to go from 12,000 to 50,000 in 1 year. But here's the truth. Steps alone won't save you, because you can have the perfect plan, but if your mindset hasn't shifted, you'll quit at the first setbacks. I promise you. That's why in the next video, I'm breaking down what financial literacy and money mindset really mean, and the shifts I had to change in my own life. So don't miss it. No shame here, guys. Just truth. Welcome to the Wealth Shift. I love you. Bye.